It's time.
It's a sensor and an
Oh, okay. See you when you're done. About to.
Hi Virgo Nation, welcome to this video. As promised, once we hit 100k, we would share our pregnancy journey with you, and here it is.
Liz, tell us, how did you feel when you found out you were pregnant?
How did I feel when I found out I was pregnant? Well, I was in disbelief and I was ecstatic. I just couldn't believe.
So how did you relay the news to Romaine?
Okay, so first of all, Romaine was off the island when I took the test.
I was in DC, just came off stage. We were at the hotel in the lobby, you know, I decided where I'll get food. And Liz gave me a call, told me I should.
You did perform already?
Yeah, just came off stage.
I was coming from work and I was doing a mental calculation and I was like, how come Minister? That's something there from when? So went, got the test, and of course I actually went back to the pharmacy before calling Romaine, got 2 more tests, and I sent him a message after I took the second one to call me and ensure that he's alone when he calls me, because at the time I think he sent me a message telling me he was going to go and get some food on the road with the band members. So
whenever I get a message like that, is something private, something where, you know, somebody kind of fret me out, I hope everything at home alright.
You're in trouble.
You know, I want me to know.
When he called me on video call, I put the camera on the test result and he was like,
"This real? Like, is this real?" You know, because at first I said maybe she's pranking me or something, even though she never pranked me yet. And she said, yeah. And I know me start laugh and like me hold my head, and you know, it was a different feeling when come over me in the room, and
both of us started laughing and Romaine laughed at her and crying.
I can remember saying my bad night.
Like it bust out a one big cow bawling. And you know, I had to be like, babes, why don't we start crying? Just
Me start ball where me not even looking at the camera anymore. Yeah man, I'll stuff up. I'll stuff up.
Anyways, him cry until him stop, and he was like, he just started sharing that he's happy, and we're both happy. So yeah, Romaine cried.
The night I wanted the nicest feeling, to be honest with you, because I remember going back downstairs and I try to hold things together. I know some items kind of look red and thing, but I hold things together. I remember. Yeah, and Liz told me you need to go to the doctor and make sure everything is alright. So just keep it on the low. So I go downstairs and I try to hold things together. It was hard for me, not to show the joy that was coming through, So the only way we could hold that together is to say to everybody, we want to eat, we want to eat. Me buy food is on me. Don't worry yourself. Food, drink, everything is on me. Everybody, Nico was like, oh, what going on tonight? Like, yo, me pretty on bun up. Me spent it back on all of my band members that were there with me, and we had a good time tonight, and me able to hold things together, even from Nico.
So the first person we told was Nico?
Yeah.
Nico was happy for us. We get congrats, and him asked, so a 1?
A 1 or a 2?
Or a 2. Or something like that. So a 1, he asked a question like that. It was like a silence, crickets on the phone. Because my Romaine, I look at one another like, I'm looking at Romaine like,
oh, one
you
day.
tell him. And like where that come from. And
Baba pause here. That's how we do it, you know. But we were shocked, like, you know, when he asked, we both of we freeze, like we never said nothing, and him did that, and I said,
hello?
hello?
On still did it?
Still did it? And then we said, yeah. And then I said,
like, I want to go.
So then we say, Bob, yeah, 2 days back, you know.
We never said that. You said that. I would not refer to myself as a bag.
A 2 days back.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But it was kind of awkward for us because we weren't planning to tell anybody that it was twins yet because it was early days, but
Yeah.
Nico kind of did figure it out himself.
Oh, since I mentioned twins, how did you feel when you found out you weren't having one but 2 babies?
I was again in shock, but I was very, very happy because I've always prayed for twins, but to actually see that it was manifesting, I was in shock, but then it was what I had asked for, so I was very, very happy. Let's go on time, Romaine. Might have to go again still, but yeah, you guys get it.
Tell us about your symptoms, if you had any.
Well, I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't have any morning sickness, nausea. Well, one in the same, but none of those things. No cravings. I just saw my belly growing. That was my confirmation outside of going to the doctor.
So, did Romaine have symptoms?
Not to my knowledge. One of the time I hear Romaine have a conversation like he might describe symptoms, but nothing that I saw. So I guess he will have to speak to that.
We have PP worried, you know.
Baby, them did rest for your blood, Romaine?
Tell me, I said, I know what going like. You remember the time and you never have PP in that time?
Romaine, me never peep in another time.
That one time it just ease off for you and me. Every minute we just watching, you know?
Okay.
Romaine,
The mind is a powerful thing, you know, guys.
Oh gosh.
How different was it preparing for multiples than what you had imagined?
I think I expected it to be harder. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. It's just that basically twice the expense, twice the preparation. So if I'm buying one thing, I would end up buying 2. So it's double spending, but not necessarily getting 2 of the same things, but yeah, because it's 2 kids at once.
They say a woman becomes a mother when they find out that they're pregnant, but men become fathers after the baby has arrived. Was this true for you and Romaine?
Well, I think Romaine will answer that part for himself, but for me, I think I felt like I was a mother since I was 9. My younger sister was born when I was 9 years old, and from ever since I look out for her as if she was my child. Plus my friends that have kids, I always see their kids as my kids. So I feel like having my own kids are just the icing on the cake.
So what was the most unexpected thing that happened during pregnancy?
Romaine, you want to answer this one?
Yeah. I mean, I think the most unexpected thing, me never pregnant, you know, you feel answer babes.
Well, so you should have said no, you can't go on, Liz.
Alright, no, you can't go on this.
I think the most unexpected thing that happened in my pregnancy was when we went overseas for 3 days. Well, the trip was planned for 3 days to do the first set of shopping for the babies. At the time, like once I became pregnant, I think we had conversations like trying to decide, would I give birth locally, like in Jamaica or overseas? It was just something that we were, talking about. No decision yet. So we also had plans to check out, do our little research. And we took that trip, and the next thing you know, I was put on bed rest on the second day. Everything basically changed that day. I think I was so traumatized that me and Romaine, we stood outside of the hospital for like an hour trying to decide like what we are going to do. Because this wasn't a part of the plan. I was 6 months along and we didn't decide whether we were going to do it overseas or in Jamaica, and then it was just the decision was made for us basically.
In other words, imagine you carry 3 suits of clothes.
3 days.
And in the midst of that, just out of curiosity, so we have to check out what the process would be like. And then
after examination
on that same day, the doctor tell you that okay, so no traveling or anything like that.
Babies are viable.
We had plans to do baby shower,
maternity shoot in Jamaica.
Shoot. We have friends in back home. I planned up a whole heap of things. We will keep the shower and everything was in
motion.
Yeah, and then to hear that, like.
Plus, I had a training in New York. I think I had an overseas training the following week. So
you had a plan to come back.
I was planning to go back to the US the following week for the training. All of that had to be cancelled. I had to reach out to my boss and let him know what the situation was. I was not a happy camper. I even called my doctor in Jamaica trying to figure out like, can I just come home? And he said, no, I'm not going to advise you to go against the other doctor's recommendation. You have to stay put. Dr. John Harriet, if you're watching this, I probably not watching it. I'm so busy. But trust me, one of the best. Great man. Trust me. He cares for his patients, and trust me, he went above and beyond the call of duty. If I had any questions or any concerns, I can reach him at any time on his on WhatsApp, on his cell phone. I could call him anytime. When I was here, when I was abroad, trust me. Big up yourself, Dr. Harriet. Trust me, respect. Tall.
Alright, so basically stuck in our next country. What kind of pressures did you face?
Well, the fact that we weren't prepared for that kind of came down on us heavily, but thank God for great friends. Tanisha, boy.
T.
Trust me. She made what could have been a disaster way easier on both of us, because at the time, Romaine was still traveling for shows. So it's not like he was grounded there with me. So having T around, being able to stay with her, and she took great care of me, like excellent. Like there was nothing that she didn't do for me basically. And her friends became my friends, because when I had doctor's appointments, because she didn't want me to take any taxi, So when I had doctor's appointment, sometimes she would send her friends to, like take care of me, like bring me up. Precious. P came with me a lot of the times. It was, trust me. Good friend better than pocket money,
Tanisha, big up yourself every time.
Yeah, man.
Forever grateful. Me know she tired of you always say that.
Because we tell her.
But,
she know me feel about her. But
that's the way she and her family, like, accepted us in their home.
She and the kids,
And, we just feel like.
And,
big up.
I never had, like, cravings. Like, there wasn't a specific food that I felt for, but, like, outside of the norm. And, like, if me and T I have, like, one regular conversation and I mention something, like, it's a long time I eat saltfish. You best believe that tomorrow morning saltfish I prepare, Or, me and her in the bed and I say, like, should I mention something about corned beef and rice, and I say, something like corned beef and rice? So she get up and go make it. I just have to mention.
Tea cooks with flavor.
Trust me, man.
How did Romaine show his support while they were carrying the twins?
If you oil up on this little stretch, me start from. The only thing left to do is scratch.
You can hire me or your fan man.
Listen, put it this way. The only thing Romaine didn't do was actually carry the babies. Outside of that, he did everything else.
Aww.
So, All rounder. Out and about.
Did you experience pregnancy brain?
Pregnancy brain? I think so, toward the end. Wouldn't you agree, Romaine? Some things I just couldn't remember. I don't forget my doctor appointments though, but
You know, I was just gonna ask what is pregnancy brain again.
like you would be like you forget important stuff. You said?
I developed that for sure. I had that for sure.
Oh gosh.
Describe how you felt when the baby kicked.
I just felt its fingers. Now I feel it again.
That's because the baby's listening to your voice. Say something else to the baby.
I don't know what to say.
I guess I was amazed at the fact that all of this was happening to my body, like looking down and seeing my tummy moving and like resting my hand on my tummy and feeling the kicks and poking. It was nice. It's hard to describe it.
Describe the process of choosing names.
First of all, prior to being pregnant, we did already have in mind, we had in mind, or we were in agreement that we would name our kids like Blessing, Honor, Heaven.
Yeah.
Remember?
All of them names.
Yeah. So when I found out I was pregnant with twins, I was like, okay, so Blessing and Honor, Blessing and Heaven, and Romaine well in agreement, I say, yeah, man, nice names. Blessing Virgo, Honor Virgo, or Heaven Virgo. Like I say, yeah, nice names. Until I go say to Maxie one day, Maxie laugh and reach around. When he gather himself, he said, no man, Lizzie, he be with him Sunday. Why you even be with him? So, based on that reaction, Romaine and I went back to the drawing board, and we still wanted names that were meaningful to us. So Emma was named after Romaine's great grandmother, in honor of his great grandmother. And Emma has a nice meaning. It means whole and industrious. And Reina means queen, a queenly lady. Reina Elizabeth.
Oh, the fakeness.
You're not making it so obvious.
Alright, come back. So both of you face that way.
Look like a goddess. Yes. You look good, girl. Keep walking.
Vogue.
Thank you, Erica.
Wow.
Yes, girl.
You're welcome, Izzy.
One goodie.
Yes. Love that.
Look up. Don't look at us. Nice. Keep it there. Ask the interesting question. Why am I here like this? Say push. Say push.
Not yet.
Don't push it, babes.
Say whoosh.
Alright, looking good. How long can you say that? Can I change my mind?
We have like 30 seconds left. Why will we want some more oil from my belly?
Look out the window, please. Look complaining.
Should I put my belly?
Scratch it if you cheat.
No, you must want to get straight from oil. Thank you.
But before it was like, it looked like your belly. That time it looked
Oh,
like
but now show it again.
is
Push
not.
out your belly and stop.
Just your belly.
You got
This is him.
you got to come down a bit
That
more.
him belly, that's it. Look now, him push out himself, but he pull in him belly.
You have to go low. So your belly's actually line up. This?
Yes.
Stand in the middle of the part. Alright. That's it.
Am I moving, sir?
Oh.
So you're gonna take your head away from it and just look at it like you're about to.
Like you're gonna cry like you will when they're born. Hey, cold balling.
Your lipstick is clashing with your skin tone.
Did you choose to have a C-section over natural birth?
Funny you'd ask a question like that. C-section shows me caries. When I say C-section shows me, I mean Emma, which is the lower baby, baby A. She was lounging in my womb basically, so her head wasn't down, and in order for you to have natural birth with multiples, the lower baby has to be, her head has to be down.
This is the one that's breech.
What's breech?
Mean the bottom is down, and then the other baby, but head is turned down, right? So this is the one that's lowest in the pelvis. So
Breech, is that okay?
no, if the first baby's breech is always a section, I can't deliver a twin on breech. So we'll have to see if it change. It might change around the time, right?
I mean, it has to be C-section.
If the first twin head bottom is down.
We were hoping that she would turn by the time it was time for birth, because she was lounging or breached from maybe like halfway through the pregnancy, but she didn't turn. So yeah, C-section it was.
Okay. Walk us through your delivery day.
As you know, I'm gonna get up and walk. Oh, because I can't,
Details. We want to be there.
All right, so first to start, my morning started out with my water breaking. So I was asleep and my water broke.
It was somewhere around 9. I don't remember if it was before or after 9 o'clock. And Liz woke me.
And guys, Romaine literally get up and turn full.
Jeez and peace. I tell you, we run around the room about 5 times.
And that's so much fun, but I said, babes, my water break. He said, and he jump up and he starts spinning around the room. He run left, he go right. I stand up and watch him. I say, babes,
calm yourself, calm down. I look on her like, really?
and breathe for a second. My water break. Remember the bag them pack. Calm down. And when I said calm down, it's like him wake up fully now and calm down.
You should really and truly take away that worry, that pressure, that would be on my head for,
And we called back T because T had left to go to work and said, T, it's time. We called Precious and T and Precious came and we went to the hospital.
It's time, guys. Mommy and Daddy aboard. We are heading to the hospital. It's about to be really real. Hi, Emma. Hi, Reina. We are on the way to the hospital. You guys are on the way. We're super excited. Mommy and Daddy's in the car and Auntie Precious. And we are heading to the hospital. I'm so excited. We can't wait to meet you guys.
I never expected it would have turned out the way they were. She's the calm one and I am the one who looked like me and have the baby. But she was very calm, she healthy, calm everybody's spirit, myself, T, Precious, when we were like, alright, we could get the bags and everything. She was so calm. I remember going downstairs, going to the vehicle, and she just keep her cool, and I remind we things we carry, and it was the complete opposite to what I was expecting to happen on the day.
When we got to the hospital, it was pretty smooth because I'd already registered to give birth. It's just that it wasn't for that day. And contacted my doctor on the way to the hospital. And when I got there, they took some information from me and took me in the room, checked on the babies, and they started monitoring my contractions. And yeah, I went through the whole process, contractions, everything, just didn't push. And then when they were giving me the spinal injection, yeah, the epidural. That was the only time that Romaine and I separated. They took me in the room, did it, and then, you know, called him in.
I didn't get to see that part. I stayed outside the room, was waiting. See a lot of nurses going inside. Like, I count probably about 9-10 people just going in. And at one point I was worried, like, I wonder if something go wrong. How so much of them are going in the one room? You know? And, you know, I said, nobody not even come call me or tell me say everything alright, you know, so I'm out there praying in my mind, so everything go good. Start make videos with my phone, you know, just to build up the confidence and to stay calm. Somebody called me inside the room. I went in and I saw a lady, she was there. A lot of nurses and her doctor was there with her. And so I went around the front to see what was going on, to make sure everything was good. And they were saying, no, you can't stay here. You know, stay beside her and, you know, talk with her. I went around there, hold on to her hand, and she was there just looking, and, you know, you could see that, you know, she was just trying to stay as calm as possible. After a few minutes,
I remember hearing Emma's voice for the first time, and something just came over me. It's hard to explain. I just felt overwhelmed and started crying. And I think I looked at Romaine and he had the same, you know. It's amazing. It's hard to describe.
I was just happy that I was there to share that moment with her. And then Rena came about 3 minutes later. And 2? Yeah, it was 43, 11:43 and 11:45 a.m. And yeah, I mean, it was just a beautiful moment.
So I still have not seen the babies yet because I was in the waiting room the whole time and I had to get these 2 jits from school.
I'm happy. Oh my god. Because we were talking about it yesterday. So that's the crazy thing. She was like, I'm not telling you when they're coming. And I think she knew that they were coming today. She was like, I'm not telling you because you're not going to be able to sleep. And I'm like, yep, I'm not.
And then Bryce still don't know that they're twins. So we'll wait for his reaction.
A little bit later.
He has his headphones on, so he's not hearing us talking about them.
Which is funny.
See you guys soon.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my god, guys. It's time. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Now, if I hear the door open,
Mom.
Emma, jump out.
go back to
2 minutes after.
God. She's
Sorry, I was
dreaming.
talking a lot with my last patient, so my throat feels like sandpaper.
Yeah, that was she's pooped.
The overall day, it wasn't a day that I could say, oh, it was traumatizing, it was rough. No, not for me. I don't know if it's because of over the years having conversations with different mommies, my friends and family members. I don't know if I was too mentally prepared to go through a lot, but it wasn't for me a bad experience. It wasn't.
Okay, so we'll do this again tomorrow?
Next year. At least.
Alrighty. What was your pregnancy expectation versus reality?
I think I expected pregnancy to be harder than it was for me, especially with multiples. It wasn't as hard, but I also know that everybody's experience is different. So my journey wasn't a hard one. I didn't get morning sickness. I didn't get gestational diabetes or high blood pressure, none of those things. The main challenge I really had was like towards the end, I got acne, you know, so my skin broke out and I never really liked what it did to my appearance, but thank God I repaired that now. That was the only off thing for me. Everything else was like smooth sailing. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. I have to give God thanks. To God be the glory, great things He has done. looking at how skinny I was, I didn't know that I could have carried 2 babies at once, but I did it, and I had a good support system. Romaine was there for me emotionally. He was very supportive. My friends were very supportive, and in the final trimester with Tanisha being there for me, it was really good, and couldn't have asked for a better gift when I gave birth in Emma and Rena. They are just 2 wonderful blessings I won, and I'm just honored to be allowed to be their mother, and I just count myself blessed, you know. I really have to give thanks, because as I said before, the journey for everybody is different, and mine was a pleasant enough one. Outside of being put on bed rest in the final trimester, can't complain at all. Yep.
Rena don't want to say goodbye.
I know, best friend. I have to leave, Mama.
It's time to take my babies home. That's Mom and Dad over there. Who do I have over here? Rena? Emma. Oh, this is Emma. Emma is sleeping, guys, so you can't see her, but you don't know the thing since Jamaica board.
Hit that outro.
So guys, that's my pregnancy journey, or pregnancy journey. He was pregnant too, he just didn't carry the babies. Come on.
Yeah, I tell you. What's the holy part? Time I have to get up to the bathroom for you, know. So Liz, me take that one. Me take that one.
What happened to you the time the month?
No, in the last 2 months.
And then after
No,
me have
sir.
baby, I say, Liz, see me stop pee-pee.
You remember that?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe,
Well,
comment.
Why am I disturbed you?
Oh, God, no, I
was gonna say, we hope you guys enjoyed it, you know, and if you did, then let us know in the comments below, and go through this.
I'm gonna pick up on this. Look what a good outro.
Hit that outro again.
Father God, take the case. Yes guys, so that was our pregnancy journey. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below what you liked about our video, comment below what you like about the Virgos YouTube channel, and just tell everybody that you know that it's free to subscribe and watch our channel. Right?
Of course.
Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we post our next videos. Alright? See you next time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caris, for doing this. Watcha!
We get to know.
Hey. That's it.